NC State, Syracuse going tonight. That guy right there, he just joined the show yesterday, which means he's going to go crazy tonight. Getting the ACC PM bounce. DJ Horn's been spectacular the last 5-6 games.
And he's rocking the pink kicks. He's probably got a big family friend contingency in the crowd, the Raleigh native. He's been outstanding. Almost 27 points per game in the last 5. Since that loss to Syracuse, he's been balling.
Yep. Syracuse, NC State. With that said, let's go to Raleigh, North Carolina. She knows it well. As I mentioned, the Kurt Gowdy Electronic Media Award winner. There she is, Hall of Famer Debbie Antonelli, courtside. Debbie, first of all, great seeing you, and congrats on the gig and the awards, all that stuff coming your way. Well earned, and really, really proud of you.
Well, thank you. It's not something you start out your career thinking about, but it sure is very humbling, and it's a great honor, and I'm really happy to celebrate it and share it with teammates like you guys. So thank you so much.
Good one tonight. We just got done talking to Joel Berry, but if you love great guard play, Syracuse, NC State's got a chance to deliver some awesome backcourt action tonight.
You know, I think that's where the game's going to be determined. Both these teams have a negative rebounding margin. Both are +4 on the turnover margin, but their guards make up the difference. Judah Mintz is as quick and as explosive as anybody in the league, and combined with J.J. Starling, the two of them are the second highest scoring combo in the backcourt. And they lit it up against NC State in the first matchup. They scored a combined 48 points, and they got to the free throw line. As a matter of fact, Judah Mintz went to the free throw line 18 times in that game. He puts incredible pressure not only on the primary ball handler, but he's so good at getting to that second level and putting pressure on your bigs at the rim. NC State's got to stay disciplined. They got to keep him in front. I think that's a big key to the game.
We just talked about DJ Horn. We showed him on the screen the last 5 games, averaging nearly 27 points. And he's been great in really every facet. And if you need the ball in his hands at the end of the game, he can go and win it for you. We saw it against Clemson. What difference have you seen maybe in his game that has elevated over the last couple of weeks?
Well, we've always known he's had the skill set. What has changed for me is his body language and his determination in a late game, inside a late shot clock or at the end of the game. I think he's got incredible bounce. He can get where he wants to go off the bounce. He gets to his spots. He's got an excellent mid-range pull-up game, and his three-point shot has been fantastic. He's the second best three-point shooter by percentage in the league. So when you talk about great guards, we're going to get a really good dose of that tonight, and I'm looking forward to it because I love guards, and I love guards in the college game. They dictate and determine everything.
And Debbie, if you're NC State, you get a game on Saturday night where you win at Clemson, down 12 late. They find a way to win on the road. Huge momentum, vibrant. I mean, they were feeling good about life. DJ was on the show yesterday talking about the ice cream, and he stopped all in Tiger Town before they got back to town. Maybe that's a game that becomes a catalyst for them moving forward. And for Syracuse, you're looking for the same mojo here for the next couple weeks heading into Washington, D.C.
Right, with NC State's net at 75 right now, this is a quad one opportunity for Syracuse tonight. This is how this game sets up. And yes, I think NC State's got a little momentum going forward. As a matter of fact, at shoot-around, that's exactly what Kevin Keats talked to his team about at the end, is build on what they did in Clemson the other night, the way they came back, and quite frankly, the way they celebrated, because that has a lot to do with lifting your spirit and moving it forward. Now can you take the next step? And playing at home, we all know how hard it is to win in this league on the road. Nobody seems to be able to win on the road, so that win at Clemson was tough, and that was a big win for NC State, and that actually moved their net, I think, 9 points. So this is important here tonight in Raleigh for NC State.
Where does a DJ Burns factor into a game like this? We talk so much about the guard play, but even on the other side, the Chris Bells and the Malik Browns of the world for Syracuse, what about that?
You know, it's a good point, Taylor, because DJ Burns leads NC State in assists, so he's an incredible facilitator with the ball. He's a great decision maker with the ball in his hands, and he has the ability to see to the weak side. He reads the help. He reads where the help is coming from. Obviously, we know about his spin moves on the baseline. He can control the glass on the defensive end. He needs to rebound and help NC State get out on the break. In the first matchup, NC State turned the ball over and allowed Syracuse to play in transition. That is their game. When they can get up and down and play north and south, it neutralizes their lack of size on the front line. We're used to seeing a Jim Boeheim zone with a great big center blocking shots inside and protecting the rim. Well, Adrian Autry doesn't have that big center. And he's got smaller guys that are quick and athletic, and they have been playing a lot of zone lately. So DJ Burns' ability to score against that zone on the back row and to distribute the basketball. I don't know of many 6'9", 5 players that lead their team in assists, and that's what Burns does for NC State.
Hey, Debbie, make sure you get one of those bucket hats that every single human behind you is wearing. They look kind of cool.
I think they had a promotion at the women's game on Sunday, and I think these are the same fans that are showing up here to support the guys.
Love to see it.
It's going to be good tonight. Listen, I know you got to get to work, but again, congrats on the award, and we look forward to the broadcast tonight.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
You got
Thanks,
it.
Debbie.
Debbie Antonelli, live from Raleigh, North Carolina. And there's J.J. Starling. He's getting the groove on. Again, you love guard play. That is your kind of game tonight. NC State, Syracuse, that game comes up here in about 16 and a half minutes on the Deuce. All right, when we come back, we got one more segment for you. Plays of the week. We got some phone calls, a little bit of everything before we get out of here tonight. All that coming up next right here on ACC PM.
But you know what I'm happy about is at this point, there are teams that can prove you otherwise. They just have to go out and do it.
Here's DJ Burns, who Taylor Tannenbaum is predicting having a monster night. The guy that's going to score more points than anybody else tonight.
Feels in my bones.
You're feeling it. There's Judah Mintz, who was just, listen, he was great last week against Carolina. That backcourt is tremendous with Starling as well. And going up against DJ.
We welcome you to Super Tuesday, presented by Progressive from PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's the NC State Wolfpack hosting the Syracuse Orange, all part of the ACC on ESPN. And tonight, a critical conference clash for two teams trying to climb the ACC standings. NC State right in the mix for a top 4 finish and a double bye in the ACC tournament. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight alongside the Hall of Famer Debbie Antonelli. I'm Jay Alter. You take a look at this matchup 3 weeks ago. Syracuse won handily in the Dome, but we're expecting a lot closer matchup tonight.
We sure are, because NC State's got to take better care of the basketball, because Judah Mintz in the last game had 20 points on 3 made baskets. He went 14 for 18 at the free throw line. Keeping him in front is a challenge, and I think a huge key in the basketball game for NC State. He puts so much pressure on not just the primary defender, but on the second level as well. And if he gets inside, he's got to be able to pull up. NC State has a size advantage on the back row.
And there's DJ Horn, who hit the game winner at Clemson on Saturday for NC State. The Wolfpack trying to ride that momentum into Super Tuesday here at home. Syracuse in the road orange, NC State in the home white. Our officials tonight, Roger Ayers, Keith Kimball, and Courtney Green, as we are underway in the ACC on Super Tuesday. And in Syracuse, it starts with the ball.
Mohamed Diarra gets his second start in a row, brings some size and some rebounding to the inside. They have an advantage with some size on that front row.
Take a look at the Wolfpack starting 5. You mentioned Diarra, and then DJ Horn, who was the hero on Saturday. A big road win at Clemson. How do they follow it up with another win tonight?
Well, I think they got to move the ball. They got to get inside and use their size advantage. Try to get DJ Burns established early. They're going to play him straight up the first possession.
Shot clock down to 3. O'Connell has to heave it, and that's a shot clock violation. Syracuse dialed in defensively to start the night.
NC State's got to move the ball. The ball stayed on the same side of the floor. You got to reverse it against Syracuse's defense.
The Orange starting 5 a week ago had their best performance of the season, beat North Carolina. They stormed the court at the Dome. That win got them back on the bubble, but a loss in Atlanta to Georgia Tech on Saturday, that does not help the Orange resume. A chance to get back on track tonight.
Well, their guard play has been outstanding, as you mentioned, Starling and Mintz. And then, of course, Chris Bell is their best three-point shooter. He's made the most threes this season.
Bell has it here, hands off for Mintz. Shot clock at 7. And here's J.J. Starling. Pull-up pop. Can't connect from deep.
This is a matchup I'm looking forward to right here. It's Justin Taylor trying to guard Diarra.
Morsell scoop to the hoop to open the scoring. Casey Morsell.
Morsell has got to have a big offensive game. He hasn't had one in a while. He's been up and down shooting the basketball. He's much better when he attacks the rim first than he is settling for jump shots.
Now, both of these teams have been searching for consistency throughout ACC play. Bell lines up a 3 and knocks it down.
And Mintz handles the double team, gets it to the short roll. The great skip over the top, a wide open 3. You can't leave Bell and give him that much time. He's too good.
DJ Burns through traffic. Comes up empty. Bell triggers another triple and connects again. Back-to-back threes for Chris Bell.
That's Syracuse's game, playing in transition, and look how quick Bell gets that release off.
Morsell down the lane, everything but the finish. Back to Bell, he's got the hot hand. Finds Malik Brown, who misses the layup.
Syracuse really pushing their transition.
Both of these teams playing with pace.
You know, O'Connell turned the ball over 3 times when they met the first time, and he typically doesn't turn the ball over. He's got the best assist-turnover ratio in the ACC.
Ince lobs it for Brown. Kicks out to Bell. He has 3 made threes in the first 3 minutes and change. Timeout, Kevin Keats. Chris Bell, red hot in Raleigh to start this all-ACC matchup on Super Tuesday. We're just getting started. Well, it is the Chris Bell show to get us started here in Raleigh. 3 threes in a little more than 3 minutes.
Well, the first 3 was off their execution. The next 2 threes are their transition game. He sprints to the deep corner. And then he gets off the bounce. Great footwork over there in the corner where you've got to have excellent footwork to be able to knock down that deep corner 3.
The Bell has all 9 for the Orange to start. And NC State in a 7-point hole early at home.
NC State loves to run this set right here for Horn.
And he delivers nothing but the bottom of the net for DJ Horn.
They go Iverson cut, then they go into a ball screen, and he is so good. If you switch that, he reads it so well, and he doesn't need a lot of time and space.
Here's Judah Mintz, lines up a 3. Missed it.
But that's the way you guard Mintz until he starts hitting them. You go underneath all that ball screening action. He is more dangerous off the bounce in the paint than he is from 3.
Horn hits it again. DJ Horn starting to heat up. Back-to-back threes for Horn.
He's just stayed hot.
This is a game loaded with talented guard play. Malik Brown through the lane, gets it to go.
Is that 3 steps?
2.5. But it counts for 2 for the Orange. NC State's played very well responding out of the Kevin Keats early timeout. They've been playing through Horn, who has it here.
Syracuse switching. Now Justin Taylor gets back.
Burns backing down Brown into the double team. Missed it.
Judah Mintz has got to move.
shoot. Got it again. Chris Bell, a perfect 4 for 4 from 3.
Is he going to shoot till his arm falls off? I would if I were him.
I was waiting for it.
Well, it's kind of early in the game, but I'm thinking
he's earned it.
I don't know if I've had this early in the game somebody make those kind of shots that quickly. 4 consecutive buckets for Chris Bell.
All from 3. Here's Burns, poked away.
I'm good with it raining threes in Raleigh. Chris Bell for Syracuse, and DJ Horn's gotten loose for a couple outside the arc. But Chris Bell, 4 for 4 outside the arc to start this game for the Cuse.
Now, less than a month ago, these two teams met in Syracuse. And Kevin Keats, NC State head coach, told us, Debbie, it was the worst road performance of the season. A team that's really good on the road. The Wolfpack 4 and 3 away from home. Just started slow, tried to get back into it in the second half, but not enough to recover.
They can never get in rhythm. They turned the ball over 14 times. And Syracuse shot 32 free throws. The Wolfpack went 9 for 11 in that game. Mintz and Starling combined for 46, and that 14 for 18 from the free throw line. That's the most Judah Mintz has shot all season, and he leads the ACC in that category.
Shot clock down to 5 out of the timeout. Diarra comes up short on the 3. He had made his last 5 threes he'd taken.
He was 5 for 22 before the last 2 games. Then he went 5 for 5 outside the arc. That tells me he's been in the gym working.
Bell looking for a 5th 3 in a row, and he got it.
Chris Bell. He's one of the most improved players in the ACC from just under 7 points a game.
There is Red Hot, and then there is Chris Bell, 5 for 5 from 3. He's got 15 of the Orange's 17. Up ahead, Brown running the floor. Starling, pull-up pop, hits it.
Well, Syracuse is getting whatever they want. NC State's got to do a much better job of tightening up on defense.
A 10-0 Orange run. This is very similar to that game we were just talking about at the Dome, where Syracuse started red hot. NC State dug a hole they couldn't get out of.
Now he's got the switch he wants, as he needs to keep that switch.
Delivers DJ Horn.
If he dribbles into something else, Syracuse is going to switch back. That's a smart play by DJ Horn. Keep the matchup that you want. He's got 3 triples.
So Chris Bell, 15 for Syracuse, and DJ Horn with 9 of NC State's 11.
Everything for Chris Bell's been catch and shoot, and that time NC State's trying to close the space and make him put it on the floor.
Well, Kevin Keats, you just mentioned it, with the guards, Mintz and Starling combining for 46 last time, probably said to his team, let somebody else beat you. And right now, Chris Bell has delivered for the Orange.
Well, they got to make somebody else score, right? Keep Judah Mintz off the free throw line. You got to stick to the process. It's too early in the game.
Foul underneath on Middlebrooks. And there is Kevin Keats.
I thought he was as detailed about angles and space on the floor today in shoot-around as I've seen him. And that's what happens when you get to February. The mental toughness and the ability to tweak and change is really important, especially the second time you go against somebody in this league.
And he made a great point to us. He felt his team played with a desperation on Saturday at Clemson, a critical road win to keep the Wolfpack on the bubble. He said, I need to see that same desperation tonight at home.
He called it art, accountability, relentless, and toughness. That's what he wants his team to bring. We thought they did that at Clemson when they were down 12 and they came back to hit the game winner and win.
Morsell, open 3, can't connect, and it bounces in off Brown.
I think Middlebrooks is going to get credit for that bucket, even though I do believe Brown knocked it in.
Counts as 2 points all the same. Here's Quadir Copeland. No-look pass. Middlebrooks did well to break it up. Horn dangerous in transition. Right down the lane. Count it. Plus the foul. DJ Horn.
He has been so good for NC State. This is a smart play by Middlebrooks. 2 dribbles is all he gets. Drop it off for Horn. NC State doesn't want Middlebrooks handling in transition. Give it to the guy that's got the jets.
The last 5 games, Horn, one of the hottest shooters, not just in the ACC, but the entire country. And he already has 12 tonight as that free throw rolls in.
And he doesn't turn the ball over. He's had 3 turnovers in the last 5 games. He's had 11 times this year where he has not turned the ball over at all. That's the other part of his decision making that makes him a complete player on the offensive end.
Copeland hammering it home. Syracuse in a great rhythm offensively.
When DJ Horn jumps to keep the ball on the same side of the floor, he opened up a straight line drive. That's a smart play by Syracuse.
Horn calls his own number again. And Copeland gets the loose ball. He has made such an impact this season for Syracuse.
Adrian Autry has only been playing about 7 players, but he's had to go a little deeper into the bench.
Double team, ripped away by Taylor. And he's fouled. Another 3-point opportunity for NC State.
Watch this play right here. Straight line, drop it off, finish at the rim by Copeland.
Sonic blockbuster coming your way for Eastern time on Saturday to help decide who will win the ACC regular season. You take a look at the best backcourts in the conference. Judah Mintz, J.J. Starling right up there amongst the best.
Well, and Salas and Miller for Wake got their hands full tonight with the backcourt of Pitt. Pitt has won 7 of their last 8 and 5 in a row. They've got the best 3-point defense against a really good 3-point shooting team in Wake.
Interestingly, tonight, Mintz and Starling only combining for 2 points so far. It has been the Chris Bell show, a perfect 5 for 5 from 3. Red Autry's team playing well on the road to start this one.
Jumping out and showing on all that ball screen action.
Middlebrooks going against Hema. Right-handed hook left short. Starling takes it himself in transition and cashes in.
I mean, you got to stop the ball. That's Starling's game right there, to the mid-range in transition. What a beautiful pull-up jump shot.
Mintz ties up Horn. Foul call. That's his second. And this Syracuse team lacks depth. As Mintz heads to the bench, you see Kyle Cuff, the freshman, come in.
I think you take him to the bench. You got the lead. See if you can burn some possessions with him off the floor.
DJ Horn continues to lead the way. He has 14 of the Wolfpack's 21. Double team on Starling.
They're trying to keep the ball loaded up to the strong side.
Copeland in attack mode. He gets to the rim and finishes.
And that's exactly what Copeland is supposed to do. When the ball reverses, you look to attack right away before the closeout. It's the best time to attack.
And here's Burns. Good passer out of the post.
I mean, should anyone else shoot but Horn right now?
He doesn't think so. And he hits it again. DJ Horn cuts the lead in half. Degree of difficulty. Wow.
He can shoot till his arm falls off. We might need some double ice buckets in the back.
So they've ruled it a 2 on the screen. I thought that was a clear 3 as Syracuse answers the other way. Obviously, that'll be reviewed at the next time out. Horn lost the handle this time. Up ahead, Copeland. And he lays it up and in.
Well, ever since Copeland hit that game winner at Miami, I think he's been a much more confident guy. His body language, his production, all of it.
Syracuse has made their last 9 shots. Here's Copeland again. The steal and the slam. Quadir Copeland. Liftoff in Raleigh.
Just miscommunication by NC State.
Horn trying to answer, draws the foul.
You watch this right here. Horn, no one else should be shooting. Was he behind the line? I think they're going to review it.
Looked behind to me.
Look at the reaction by the bench. Now, Roger Ayers is going to take a look at it right now.
Official timeout.
They're looking at a possible upgrade, not the shot.
They got to take a look at the shot, too. We'll tell you what the officials decide when we come back. Syracuse at NC State here on Super Tuesday. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Progressive Insurance. Bundle home and auto and save and visit progressive.com. They're back here on Super Tuesday, presented by Progressive in the ACC. Debbie Antonelli, Jay Alter with you. A whole lot that the officials had to look at. DJ Horn was fouled underneath the hoop by Mo Hema. And then in the aftermath, you see Horn step up. Quadir Copeland, some clapping. Horn goes into him. So the officials took a look at it. Keith Kimball just came over to give you the call. What did he have to say?
They have an elbow by DJ Horn, and that's what they upgraded that on. So they have added a F1.
I didn't see an elbow. Unless our cameras missed it. What we just showed you, I didn't see an elbow from DJ Horn.
That's what he said on DJ Horn.
Well, DJ Horn's headed to the line because, again, he was fouled by Mo Hema before whatever happened after the foul.
Right. So then you shoot the free throws here for the foul on Hema. There's the elbow right there.
So it was before Horn even got the ball, is what they're calling the flagrant for.
So now Syracuse will shoot, and then Syracuse will get the ball.
And they send Chris Bell to the line, who has been red hot tonight.
The Syracuse is going to get the ball at the point of interruption, which is going to be, I believe, down in the baseline underneath NC State's basket.
I just asked Roger Ayers, too, because lost in the flagrant was they still had to review if that DJ Horn shot was a 3 or a 2. He just told me they'll review it at the under 4. They were a little busy at the under 8.
I'm surprised they didn't just take care of it while they were over there and adjudicate that at the same time.
Wide open 3. Chris Bell, he has made 6 threes in this first half.
He has not cooled off.
18 points for Bell. Syracuse has built a 12-point lead. Horn trying to do it himself. Comes up empty there. Foul on the floor. It'll stay Wolfpack basketball.
in the corner, the deep corner, and DJ Burns is not going to be able to get there.
And that's Copeland's second foul.
It's good spacing.
Great find by Burns. Pull up pop, too much on it. Second chance points, rolls off the rim. Couple of good looks for Cuff. Pass and attack mode, draws the foul and gets it to go.
Well, Breon Pass has earned his minutes in practice. He's gotten a few extra minutes in games. It's a really good take right here off the bounce. His job is to play some D and distribute the ball, but if you get an option down the lane line, you got to take it.
Completes the three-point play, cuts the lead to 9. Starling, a really good look from 3, and he drills it.
He's got a funky looking hitch in his shot, but if you give him that much time, and his three-point shooting has really improved. Jerry McNamara, the great shooter in Syracuse history, spent a lot of time with him on his mechanics.
Well, that has paid off. Diarra trying to answer with a 3, can't finish. Burns draws the foul.
And the thing about Syracuse right now, Jay, they got the right people taking shots, right? This is a great pass right here to a wide open Starling. He knocks it down. You see that little hitch on the top of his shot? We were told today that he came from Notre Dame with a little bit of a shoulder issue that created some of that hitch. And there's Jerry McNamara. What a great shooter.
I was going to say, if you want somebody looking at your shot, is there anybody better than Jerry Mack?
Not many. We had a great conversation with Jerry Mack today. Had his son with him, and he was working him out today. It was fun watching.
Super Tuesday presented by Progressive continues tonight over on ESPN in the Big 12. Baylor and BYU tips off at 9. You do not want to miss it.
Mark Pope has done a fantastic job at BYU.
That rolls in for Copeland. Syracuse can't stop scoring. They are shooting 79% from the floor and have made their last 12 shots. Burns answers. NC State's scoring themselves. They just can't get a stop on the defensive end.
It's been all offense. And you know I'm okay with that.
This is his best Syracuse has looked all season, maybe barring the game a week ago against Carolina. Down low, Brown swatted by Burns. Up ahead, Morcell. Casey Morcell draws the foul, and he'll get 2 at the line.
The transition game started by the DJ Burns block.
Burns getting cleaned up by the trainer. Well, that block by Burns marks the first Syracuse miss in their last 13 attempts. Made 12 in a row before DJ Burns got in front of that one. Comes back into the game here. If you saw DJ Burns walking around campus, you would think he's the left tackle on the football team.
Yeah, you might. But then you'd see his footwork in his hands, and you might think he's the tight end.
And at times, he passes out of the post like a quarterback.
I think he's an excellent passer. I think his IQ is outstanding. He did a really good job right there corralling the penetration without fouling.
Starling left it short, offensive rebound, bounces to Copeland, who Miscommunication with Bell.
Tried to throw a no-look pass to the corner.
Burns backing down Brown. Right through the double team for 2.
Eventually, over time, if you continue to play him in single coverage, he is going to make you pay.
Copeland showing off the handle, and he's fouled.
DJ Burns is so good at using the bounce to get himself in the right spot. Look at the contest by Brown, but he's just too strong, too big, too determined.
But tomorrow night, a terrific doubleheader on ESPN. Kyle Filipowski and Duke taking on Miami at 7. And then in the SEC, it's Kentucky and LSU. That is tomorrow on ESPN.
I'm surprised Kentucky is at 17 after that Auburn win. I thought they might move up a little bit more. It's a pretty big W.
Well, you couldn't ask for a bigger statement on the road with College game day in town than that one. Horn, step back 3, left it short. Burns in perfect position, can't finish it. Morcell battling for it, and it's Syracuse ball.
Just good hustle on the glass by both teams. Syracuse undersized on that front line, yet has some length and some athleticism to counter. I think Malik Brown has done a really good job playing inside. I thought he was going to be more of a 3-4. Now he's playing more of a 4-5.
How about this stat, Debbie? Syracuse has 45 points, shooting better than 70% from the floor, but Judah Mintz has scored none of them. Chris Bell for his 7th made 3 of the night, drills it.
Goodness. Come on. Amazing. 21 points, all beyond the arc.
One shy of his career high.
You have to close his space. Every time the ball goes to the middle on the short roll, Syracuse has skipped to the other side, and the recipient has been Bell. 7 triples.
Dallin and Zubin coming up at the half. The one and only Joe Lunardi will be with us. We have 6 ACC teams on the bubble, including the pair we're watching tonight. Speaking of, what are you seeing here tonight?
Other than your beautiful tie we were discussing offset. No defense. Not even defense optional. I mean, it's fascinating. Usually we talk about multiple efforts and being locked in. The basic level of urgency of the Wolfpack on either side of the ball, particularly on defense, is non-existent right now.
Jay, you got a little work to do. Deb, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a week for my partner, Debbie Antonelli. Everybody at ESPN is so proud. The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame awarding you the Kurt Gowdy Award for 2024. They honored you here in your home of Raleigh, NC State grad, and that was a magical, special moment.
It's very nice. Thank you. And thank you to Zubin and Dallin for your kind words. Thank you to everyone. It's very nice. And NC State, I was surprised. That was a very nice surprise.
I feel bad. Should we get some water for the flowers? Are they going to make it till post game?
Yeah, they'll make it.
And as Dallin said, not a lot of defense in this one. Syracuse shooting better than 70% from the floor. Chris Bell is locked in. He is 7 for 7 from 3. Copeland through traffic finds Bell again. Why not? Chris Bell, is not human. 8 made threes in this first half.
And Breon pass, you can't help off him now. You got to stay locked on him. Come on, Chris Bell, incredible.
trying to answer. Can't connect. Syracuse with 51 points in this first half, and their leading scorer on the season, Judah Mintz, has none of them.
Yeah, impressive. Pass on Bell again. Bell with a huge size advantage. NC State bumps off and switches. Now Morcell's got him.
Starling in attack mode, missed it.
And that's the way you guard Bell. If Casey Morcell had leaned a little bit to try to help on that penetration in the gap, it would have been a kick to Bell for probably his 9th triple.
Which would be a career high. He's tied it right now with 8 made threes in a game. Horn leaves it short.
You give it right back to him to pull up.
His first miss of the night after he made 8 threes. NC State pushing the pace and get through in transition.
You know, everything has been catch and shoot. I think one triple, he put the ball on the floor. That time he had to put the ball on the floor. That's what you have to do if you're NC State. Can't let him catch and shoot.
Copeland attacks, leaves it for Brown, who will get 2 at the line. Shot clock was down to 1.
I mean, was there any doubt in transition? The skip to the corner.
Judah Mintz loving it. He spent most of the first half on the bench with 2 fouls. Has not affected this Syracuse offense.
You cannot help off Chris Bell. I'd just keep running sets for him. You know, I would just let him keep shooting. I mean, what is he, 9 for 10?
8 of 9.
8 of 9.
8 of 9. Incredible. Still with a half to play. Here's Horn. He's been the bright spot for NC State. 21 points.
When they need a bucket, they run that set, that Iverson cut over the top. And he is so good on that misdirection drive. He's good at everything.
And he's accounted for more than half of the Wolfpack's points in this first half.
2-for-1 opportunity here. Syracuse is going to get the ball back.
Shot clock down to 2. Starling has to hurry. Gets rid of it in time and cashes in. Timeout, Red Autry. The most points scored in a half this season for Syracuse. They've been on fire here on the road in Raleigh on Super Tuesday. Syracuse up 15. Well, maybe it's something about Super Tuesday for the Orange in ACC play. A week ago, they were storming the court in Syracuse after upsetting North Carolina. Now, a week later, on the road at NC State, they've opened up a 15-point lead.
Well, and if you're Kevin Keats, you got to remind your guys that you got to play the percentages, right? Chris Bell has been fantastic. He's a 39% three-point shooter. You got to play the numbers. You got to tell your guys we got to stick to the process, and you got to chip away. Remember, they were down 12 at the end of Clemson and came back. Kevin Keats probably can't wait to get his team to the locker room, and Coach Autry probably doesn't want to go back there.
Now, you said it, the Wolfpack down, but certainly not out. A lot of time left in this game.
Zone by Syracuse. Good change off the timeout. You got to get the ball below the free throw line.
Breon pass, has to hurry. Shot clock down to 3. Deep 3. Horn missed it. Time for Syracuse to add to this 15-point lead before halftime. Starling, pull up 3. Can't connect. And Syracuse finishes shooting 67% from the floor. A 15-point lead, and Chris Bell 8 made threes in the first half.
Impressive. Impressive three-point shooting by Bell. He's the separator in the first half.
Let's get you to the studio. Zubin and Dallin.
Jay, HOF to be. Thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you inside the halftime report with Dallin Cuff. I'm Zubin Mehenti. All right, what have you seen so far in the 20 minutes in our game? I have a feeling I know where you're going, but just go ahead.
If you have the over 152.5, you can just catch that ticket now.
Obvious with you.
It has been impressive to see that Chris Bell is making shots and Syracuse is making shots. You have to do that. But it's the ease by which they're shooting. A lot of Sunday afternoon shots. You got guys kicking out. That's a decent closeout, actually, but that was after he'd made three already. Excuse me, that was his fourth made three. There have been a number of times where guys have been able to pick and roll, a short roll right in the lane and come out and make plays. Here's a simple down screen. You don't communicate, no help. Judah Mintz is celebrating the sideline, rightfully so. He's watching his guys just light them up. They've gotten anywhere they want to stop the ball there. Starling's able to get to a 14-foot pull-up in rhythm. It's just consistently a lack of urgency on the defensive side of the ball, which is translated sometimes. NC State, we saw that dribble handoff to the wrong team at times. It's just not been a pretty situation here. You cannot help off of Chris Bell. He's got 8 of 9 for 3. I don't care if the ball's rolling around. You do not leave him at this point in time. You stick within touch tight, and you're contesting everything. They're not doing that right now, and he's lighting them up, and it looks easy. North Carolina State has to put this thing in a completely different perspective. They have to come out with the urgency on both sides of the ball and make multiple efforts and have a desire to defend, because right now they're getting carved.
North Carolina State had a buzzer beater over the weekend. They're going to need a flair for the dramatic big time in the second half.
It's not having a big effect on this game.
Lenardi's got Florida State at 89 overall. He's got the Cuse one spot behind him at 90. This would be a huge win in Raleigh. We're back with more of the halftime report next.
You're watching Super Tuesday presented by Progressive. Second half about to begin here in Raleigh. It was all orange in the first half. Syracuse has built a 15-point lead. Debbie Antonelli, Jay Alter with you. How about Chris Bell? 8 made threes in that first half for Syracuse. That's one shy of a record for made threes in a game by an orange player. And we still have a second half to play.
You know what, Jay? We usually talk about post players doing their work early, but shooters do their work early too, and that's exactly what Chris Bell did. He ran the floor hard and wide. He got his feet ready, organized underneath his shoulders. His release is high. It's a textbook-looking jumper, and it is a catch-and-shoot triple festival in here in the first half by Chris Bell. So if you're NC State, you got to look at the percentages, right? Chris Bell has to certainly cool off a little, and Judah Mintz is going to pick up where he left off. No points in the first half for the lead guard for Syracuse.
He sat for a lot of that first half with 2 fouls. He's in to start the second half, guarding DJ Horn, who had 21 points. Normally we'd be talking about Horn's first half, but Bell stole the headlines.
And Brian Pass getting the start for NC State. So Kevin Keats obviously liked his energy and his effort off the ball.
Foul called on Malik Brown on the floor. It was a quiet first half for DJ Burns. Usually he's been a catalyst offensively. 10 points, but
quiet. But here's the thing, Jay. He doesn't have any personal fouls, so he can be aggressive in the next 20. He can be aggressive off the bounce. He can be aggressive defensively.
Mo Diarra on a rim rocker to start this second half, plus the foul.
You know, that's the kind of emotional lift. Sometimes a dunk can be worth more than 2 points. And NC State needs something. This is a great pass by DJ Burns and a really good finish at the rim.
Well, if he makes the free throw, it'll be worth 3.
Yeah, well, that's right. Exactly.
And he does.
So it is worth more than 2.
No, I agree. NC State, they didn't have as many energy plays to get this building into it. Syracuse had the majority of them in that first half. Backdoor to Mintz. And he'll try and pick up his first points of the night from the foul line. And think about that for Syracuse. You put up 55 points in the first half, and your leading scorer doesn't score.
Yeah, it's impressive. It's good ball movement. It's going to the hot hand, right? It's a mature level that you want your team playing at in February. When somebody's hot, feed them. It's an unselfish characteristic about the Syracuse first half as well.
And Mintz went to the line 18 times in the first meeting against the Wolfpack. This is his first trip there tonight. And Syracuse is 9-2 on the season when Mintz attempts 10 or more free throws in a game.
And there was really good execution by Syracuse. They clear out the side so that Mintz could go backdoor on a smaller defender Brian pass. See, now that's where Pass has got to reverse the ball to Diarra and then let DJ Burns shape up to the ball. Syracuse wants you to keep the ball on the same side of the floor. They load up their defense that way.
Trying to get it inside to Burns. Good defense by Taylor. Here's Pass. 5 seconds to shoot. Brian Pass on the move. Poked away by Taylor. Up ahead, Bell. Rejected at the rim, but Taylor there to clean up the spill. Burns trying to spin his way free. Attacks. Missed it. And another offensive putback. So each team trading offensive rebounds that cashed in for 2.
NC State picking up full court here in the second half. They're going to have to use some energy right here, trying to get a stop. Trying to get some rhythm going on the offensive end. Sometimes, Jay, you can stimulate your offense by really grinding it out defensively.
Well, they lacked stops in the first half. Syracuse shot better than 65% from the floor. Taylor called for a travel. And when you're down by 14, you got to string together some stops, get the crowd back in it.
We had a great conversation with Coach Autry today about how he has managed the team and become a better play caller as the season has gone on, and just how much more comfortable he seems to be managing his team. Takes some time when you're a first-year head coach.
No, you're right. We really enjoyed our chat with Coach Autry, and he said, look, you get that big momentum win against North Carolina. Everybody wants to follow it up with a win in Atlanta against Georgia Tech, but you can't let that be too big of a letdown. An opportunity to get things back on track tonight, and his team has certainly performed. On Thursday, you don't want to miss it. Women's college basketball out west. Utah and UCLA, a top 20 matchup Thursday, 9:30 Eastern time for Pauley Pavilion.
I had the first matchup between those two teams at Utah, and it went to overtime. So don't be surprised if that's a possession-for-possession fight. Both teams very good offensively.
Pac-12 really, really good this season on the women's side. Mintz goes right into Burns, no call.
Well, that's the kind of aggression I'm talking about. DJ Burns at the rim, goes vertical, creates a turnover. Ooh, he might have got away with one. I think it's Diarra that was vertical. And
it stays Syracuse ball after they originally awarded it to the Wolfpack. Here's Starling, 5 seconds to shoot. J.J. Starling stripped off his knee, and that time NC State does force the turnover.
well, that's good combination. Taylor digging just a little bit, and Horn knocking it free to get another deflection. You know, NC State had 35 deflections in the Clemson game.
Diarra miscommunication with Burns gives it right back. That's the 7th turnover tonight for NC State.
Good tag by Horn.
Mintz passes off to Brown, give and go right back to him, flying to the rim. And he scores his first basket of the night.
Yeah, Taylor expecting some help from Burns, but Burns just laterally could not get there.
And with that made bucket, 1,000 career points in Judah Mintz's Syracuse career. 7th fastest Syracuse player to get to 1,000. Did it in just 59 games. Burns trying to save it, gives it right to Mintz. Up ahead, Brown. Rejected at the rim by Marcel. NC State has numbers. Diarra, the finish.
Jaden Taylor's got the Judah Mintz assignment right now. He's picking him up full court. There's a clear out.
Mintz draws the contact. It rattles home. And one.
So good. You reach in, and he swipes it through, and gonna get another and one opportunity. Big block by Casey Marcel in the transition game of NC State off their defense. Pack trying to get some rhythm going.
I'm changing the dunk.
As an African-American head coach, once at a mid-major, now in the ACC, I don't think I get those opportunities without the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King. His fight, not only for those who look like me, for everybody in equality, has been so special. Our world needs love. He spreaded love, and hopefully we can continue to spread his message.
What a great message from Kevin Keatts. And you look at the ACC, 9 black head coaches proudly leading their respective programs, and 3, including Adrian Autry, in their first season.
It's a great leadership move by the ACC to have so many quality men on the top of all these great programs, leading these other young men into the future. And I know Kevin Keatts personally he's a great dude. He cares about his guys. He cares about his program. And he's a winner. He's been a winner.
His team trying to claw back. They have trailed throughout. DJ Horne leads the way with 24 points. He's been the biggest bright spot tonight. Brown, miscommunication with Taylor, and now the turnovers are starting to pile up for Syracuse, who played nearly perfect basketball in that first half.
I mean, I would just keep the ball in DJ Horne's hands and allow him to work. There's that set they like so much where he's so good at playing out of this. Brown stretches that hedge all the way to the half-court line. And they still can get back and recover.
Here's Horne, shakes free. Off the mark that time, Middlebrooks in perfect position to clean up the spill.
I think NC State picking up full court is giving them some energy.
Brown, another turnover. Here's Jaden Taylor. Great ball movement, looking for the finish. And Middlebrooks will head to the line to shoot 2.
Off the turnover, NC State runs the floor hard. And that's what you need to do if you're Kevin Keatts' team. You've got to speed up the game, and they've done that. They've done it with their defense. Everyone got a touch on this play. And Middlebrooks will go to the free throw line.
And Kevin Keatts' team has now cut it to 9.
Chris Bell quiet in this second half.
After making 8 threes in the first half, Bell has not even attempted a shot in nearly 6 minutes here in the second.
Got it to single digits.
And for the first time tonight, it feels like the crowd is behind the Wolfpack here in Raleigh. On a 7-0 run, Bell trying to quiet them, misfires. Horne in attack mode. Throws it away. And Adrian Autry takes a timeout. Kevin Keats upset because NC State with all the momentum, a 7-0 run to get back into it, but a turnover halting some momentum. Now, what a special moment this was earlier tonight. Our colleague, my friend Debbie Antonelli, honored at PNC Arena, her home here at NC State, rightly so. For last week, she was awarded the 2024 Kurt Gowdy Media Award from the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. The home fans here let you get all the love.
It was very nice. Was not expecting it. It was a big surprise. And as the award goes, it's a team award. There's so many people that I get to share it with. It's not about one person. It's about the team, especially our team at ESPN. So grateful for teammates like you, Jay. Thank you. Thank you to everyone for all the kind words.
You shared a great quote with me the day you got the award that your former head coach Kay Yao told you that it's not about the recognition, it's the journey.
She would always say it's not about the awards, it's about the rewards, and that's what I've spent my time thinking about. And I've been thinking a lot about her lately as well. So very nice. Thank you for bringing that up.
And we just put together during that break that this is a very even broadcast because one Wolfpack
right.
alum and one Orange alum. So
it's always fair and balanced from my seat, and I know your seat is the same way.
And NC State has done a nice job battling back in this game. Syracuse had ballooned the lead to 15.
Well, I think that Syracuse needs to run something for Chris Bell and see if they can get him going again. They tried to get him coming off a pin down on the top of the floor, and NC State did a really good job of closing the space on him. When you make 8 threes in the first half, you got to at least give it a try in the second.
I was about to say, you get he's missed 1 in the second half. You probably get 3 or 4 to see if you've cooled off, right? When you hit
absolutely
1 shy of a school record in 1 half.
Well, he's got to hunt some shots too. I mean, NC State has changed and put multiple defenders on him. Now they're going with Diarra.
Mintz in attack mode.
I mean, he had a running start at O'Connell. He is so good off the bounce. He can get to his spots. He controls the ground. He doesn't turn it over very much. Talking about Mintz.
Well, where Bell has quieted, Mintz has taken over, and Mintz was scoreless in the first half when Bell had 26. And Mintz, all his points have come in this second half.
Well, we talked about the percentages, right? I mean, one of the things we said was you got to expect that Bell might cool off a little bit, and Mintz is going to pick it up.
And he's up to 9 now, all in the second half. Now, Adrian Autry doesn't care who scores and when, as long as Syracuse can get what would be a critical road win. An Orange team that played their way back onto the NCAA tournament bubble with that win against North Carolina last Tuesday. This would be a quad 1 road win as it stands tonight. O'Connell recovers, passes out of the double team. Taylor contested 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Middlebrooks, and he draws the foul. He's been very aggressive on the offensive glass.
I think that's why he's getting extended minutes. He has worked on the boards. This is a tremendous move inside. It's a great rebound, but it's a really good piece of footwork inside to be able to get to his offhand and draw a foul.
And where NC State has the clear advantage in this game is the front court. They have more depth, more height. Felt like they have not used it enough in this game so far tonight. As we remind you, ACC Network women's basketball, a triple header on Sunday. Tips off noon Eastern time. Notre Dame at Boston College, then Carolina at Virginia Tech. The Hokies in the top 10. And NC State number 6 in the country at Duke. That's all on Sunday.
Well, Virginia Tech on the women's side has won 9 in a row. But before we even get to Sunday, on Thursday, I've got North Carolina hosting NC State over in Chapel Hill.
That'll be a great game.
That should be good. It's always good. It's a steal from Jay Billis. That game usually delivers too.
A lot of them have in the ACC. Close, competitive throughout. And somehow the league gets penalized because it's been competitive. Taylor, great pass. Middlebrooks denied the finish.
What a pass.
NC State trying to get back in this one. They've cut it to single digits on Super Tuesday. Syracuse up by 9. Entering tonight, both of these teams, Syracuse and NC State, squarely on the bubble with work to do. For Syracuse, they've really struggled on the road. Their last road win all the way back January 16th at Pitt. Both of these teams, Debbie, plagued by inconsistency. Kevin Keatts' team, they go on the road, beat a really good Clemson team, now down 9 against the Orange.
I think it's part of the way the season ebb and flows and the quality of the league. I mean, look at the first round games in the ACC tournament. If the season ended today.
You do not want to see Virginia Tech, especially the way the Hokies played last night in the Commonwealth Clash. Big win for Virginia Tech there.
How about Miami? They were picked in the top half of the league.
And if they get healthy, that's not a team you want to see in the ACC tournament.
And Georgia Tech has beaten North Carolina, Duke, Clemson, and this Syracuse team.
The crowd roaring the Wolfpack on. They've cut this Syracuse lead in half. What was once a 15-point lead for the Oranges down to 7. Critical both for the NCAA tournament resume and the conference standings that we just showed you. Mintz turnaround. No good. Copeland one-hands it in. Quadir Copeland has been excellent tonight. Diarra misfires from 3.
Get the ultimate bailout in a late shot clock and Judah Mintz because he was so good at creating his own.
Stolen away. Diarra couldn't control it though. Got a hand to it. It'll stay Syracuse ball.
You know NC State's up the line and overplaying. You've got to shorten that angle to make that entry. Or ball fake it and go back door. This is where he's dangerous right here.
Goes right into Burns, blows by him. Lost the handle though and travels.
I mean, he bounces off DJ Burns.
Here's Horn. He has 26 points to lead the Wolfpack. Into Burns. Spins into a double team, passes out of it. Taylor lines up the 3 and buries it. Just like that, it's a 2-possession game.
He puts it on the money, on a rope to the shooting pocket on the opposite side of the floor. That's where his IQ comes in, DJ Burns.
Starling trying to quiet the crowd, and he does.
It's so tough to keep the Syracuse guards out of the paint. Mintz and Starling, both so good off the bounce.
Horn right to the rim, rejected by Copeland. He's made a couple of big plays tonight, 16 points. He's dialed in defensively too.
He's been so good off the bench for them tonight.
And Mintz has gotten the better of O'Connell in the second half. Off to Copeland. Has a step on Diarra. Somehow gets it to go. How about that from Quadir Copeland? He's up to 18. Give and go. And Bell commits the foul.
Another great pass by DJ Burns. Horn turns the corner and Copeland is waiting. And then look at how he stretches and reaches.
Talk about delivering on both ends. Quadir Copeland off the bench for Syracuse. You mentioned it. Ever since he hit that game winner to beat Miami, he's been a different player.
Confident, energy. Great motor off the bench to know what his role is.
Judah Mintz out of this game. Syracuse played their best basketball actually when he was on the bench in the first half. Copeland for three. Too much on it. Ten on the timer for Horn. Goes to work. And now Burns finds the back door. Jaden Taylor flying for two.
Another magnificent drop-off pass by Burns.
Starling splits the double team. Showing off the handles, thought he was fouled. Didn't get the call.
Let's see how much longer Adrian Autry can go without Judah Mintz on the floor as NC State's making a little run. You can sense a momentum shift right here if NC State can score.
Horn, step back three. Got it! DJ Horn cuts the lead in half. Timeout, Syracuse. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Progressive Insurance. Bundle home and auto and save. Visit progressive.com. Well, you never know what to expect on Super Tuesday. This game has had it all and a lot of scoring. 7 minutes still to play. NC State back within 3. The Wolfpack outscoring the Orange in the second half, 31-19.
Thought it was a good timeout to get Judah Mintz back in the game. He's going to have the ball in the late clock. He's the ultimate bailout for them.
Down the lane. Swiped away by DJ Burns. 2 seconds on the shot clock.
NC State has done a really good job of contesting and keeping him off the free throw line.
Shot clock down to 1. Mintz trying to beat the buzzer, and it drops for him. The officials will review that he got it off in time. Take another look. Yep, that's good. Gets it off clearly. Plenty of time to spare. And a friendly roll for the visiting Judah Mintz, who was scoreless in the first half, but has certainly made up for it in the second. He has 11. Meanwhile, Chris Bell, who had 26 points on 8 made threes, has been the invisible man in the second half, but Mintz has kind of picked up where Bell left off. Will it be enough to finish this game with a critical road win is the question.
I thought at the beginning of the game, and I still feel this way, that Mintz is the key. And if NC State can keep him in front, force him to take tough shots, he's going to have the ball in his hands as the game wears on now in the last 6:42. You have to keep him off the free throw line and contest. And keep in mind, the NC State guards and their defense has had a tough time containing Mintz, but everybody in the league does. But if he gets to the second level, right now DJ Burns doesn't have any fouls, so he can stay aggressive. Try to go for a few blocks. See if you can, get some stops that way once he gets past that first level. Also playing through Burns right here. He has been terrific at dropping dimes.
Horn in attack mode. Count it, plus the foul. DJ Horn.
Tremendous turn in the corner.
31 points tonight for Horn.
I mean, he goes right at Chris Bell at that hedge, and Bell tries to recover. You got to guard the ball, not the action. With the contact, and one for DJ Horn.
And he completes it to 32 points. And just like that, NC State, who was once down by 15, has it back within 2.
Syracuse led this whole game, Jay.
NC State scored the first basket to make it 2-0. Since then, it's been all Syracuse. Stolen away. Horn, the hot hand. Rejected by Mintz. Loose ball, falls to Starling. Up ahead, Bell. Passes off the 3.
DJ Burns getting out there to contest the 3. Now run something for Bell. Oh, they waited too late. They got the switch back. Look, Adrian Autry is exasperated on that. You got to read that.
They still go to Bell, who can't keep it in play. Turnover.
You have DJ Burns with Bell. Now you wait. Now they switch it back. Look at his exasperation. I'm with you, coach.
First-year head coach trying to settle his team down. What was once a 15-point lead is down to 2. Syracuse clinging what would be a critical conference road win. But NC State, the team with momentum. Burns tangled up, finishes to tie it at 76. Up ahead, Copeland fouled and it rolls in. Quadir Copeland.
They're going to call it intentional. Burns with the spin, collects and finishes, and then on the other end, official doesn't think he made a play on the ball. Not even going to review it. Roger Ayers is coming over to tell us.
Roger Ayers comes over, says we're not even going to review it. Flagrant 1. And that will halt all the momentum Kevin Keats' team had built to tie it at 76.
Kevin Keats is asking for a review, but I think they're going to provide him a professional courtesy and say, we're not going to go look at this. This is like icing Copeland at the free throw line right now as well. Now they're going to change their mind and they're going to go look.
Copeland too shy of a career high. He's at 20 points tonight.
Kevin Keats is trying to claim that he made a play on the ball.
What do you think?
I think it was clearly intentional that he was trying to stop the progression and to not give up a layup. Now the letter of the law is, or the rule, is excessive, too much, unnecessary, and avoidable. That's what an F1 language is.
To me, he's not making a play on the ball.
No, he's not. He's trying to, well, he's trying to stop the layup. He just doesn't make a play on the ball. He reaches for his arm. And you could consider him, and I don't know if you want to consider him an airborne shooter or not, because if that's the case, it's always an F1. So you could say he's airborne there, and if that's the case, it's an F1. And I think that's the way Roger Ayers saw it, and that's the way the crew saw it. That's why they came over to us and said they were not going to review it.
With Syracuse shooting a perfect 13 of 13 from the foul line tonight.
Now they get the ball at the point of interruption.
Underneath their own hoop, leading by 3. Only one timeout left for this Syracuse team. Kevin Keats has 3 timeouts.
Sometimes NC State likes to pre-switch on these out-of-bounds plays.
Mids turn around. Copeland there. Puts it up and in. It's a career high for Quadir Copeland, 23. 5 minutes to go. The Orange leading by 5. A critical conference road win for a bubble team. Burns takes it himself and cashes in.
Where he catches it, and Brown has battled him all night. But when the help comes, he spins away and he gets over that right shoulder with that left half hook. It's beautiful.
Copeland, the hot hand, going right at Burns. Missed it. Burns attacking Brown, and he's fouled.
Is he getting 2 free throws? Was he in the act of shooting? Official says yes. Last time down, sees the help, spins away. High release over that right shoulder.
Coming up right after us, flip over to ESPN. Baylor BYU. Super Tuesday continues, presented by Progressive. We hope that one is as good as this one in Raleigh.
I expect it to be. Mark Pope has done an outstanding job with his team. 30 NCAA tournament appearances for BYU, the most without a Final Four, but he's got a really good team this year.
DJ Burns checks out after he knocks down both foul shots. And we have a 1-point game, 4 minutes to play. Super Tuesday in the ACC, and it's all setting up for a fun finish. Chris Bell, who had 26 points in the first half, scoreless in the second half. Gives it up. Starling down the lane, hangs, left it short, bounces out. Fresh 20 for Syracuse.
Vince is standing right next to you. Give him the ball.
Has it here. Finds Copeland. Back out to Mintz for a 3. Can't connect. And a foul called. Copeland flying in aggressively, tangled up with Ben Middlebrooks. And you do not want to miss this finish. 1-point game in the ACC. Up, we've got a fun finish here in Raleigh. Syracuse 81, NC State 80. Ben Middlebrooks ties it at 81, and now a chance to give NC State their first lead since it was 2-0. Syracuse led, Debbie, by 15 at halftime. How have the Wolfpack come back?
Full court pressure, a change in body language, a lockdown of Chris Bell, and DJ Horn has stayed hot. He's got 32 points, and NC State has shot 57% in the second half and 60% from 3.
The Wolfpack have clawed back, down 15, now leading by 1. 3 minutes to play. Syracuse was red hot from 3 in the first half. They hit 9 of 13. They're 0 for 2 in the second. Mintz takes it himself and fires the Orange back in front.
This is his time. He did not score in the first half. Mintz has 13 second half points. He is going to have the ball in his hands.
Mintz.
So is this man right here.
32 points for Horn tonight. Has it here.
Switch.
Working on Copeland. Passes out of it. Falls to Taylor. Has to heave it. Can't connect. Battle for the rebound. Taylor wins it back. And finally, Middlebrooks flies in and is fouled.
That would be the 6th offensive rebound for Ben Middlebrooks. He has been aggressive. He has been in pursuit on this end, especially in the second half.
And that is Malik Brown's 4th foul.
When NC State lost up in Syracuse, Syracuse shot 32 free throws. That is the 26th free throw attempt for NC State, who went 9 for 11 up in the Dome.
Rimmed in and out, so it stays tied at 83. Little more than 2 minutes left to play for 2 NCAA tournament bubble teams. This is one you have to have.
This is a quad 1 opportunity for Syracuse on the road.
Starling, shot clock is 3. Spins his way free. Can't hit it. And a foul called. It stays Syracuse way.
Copeland has been relentless on this end of the floor as well. Watch him crash.
Shoved by Taylor.
Yeah, he beats Taylor to the boards. That is just the 5th team foul for NC State. That's why they're inbounding. Mintz is going to get it right back here.
In attack mode, too much off the window. Adrian Autry wanted a foul. He is hot over on the Syracuse sideline. Horn weaving through traffic, and a timeout taken by Kevin Keats.
I love that timeout. Emotions running high. Get your group under control. Make sure you get the shot that you want, not the shot that Syracuse wants you to take. And Autry is still upset.
Well, a week ago on Super Tuesday, Syracuse went down to the wire and then really dominated the last few minutes to beat Carolina. This was their best performance of the season, put them back in the NCAA tournament conversation. Then you really hurt your resume by following it up with a loss in Atlanta to Georgia Tech on Saturday. If they can win tonight, they're still right on that bubble, still in the conversation. Both of these teams, Debbie, have just struggled to string together results. Inconsistent has been the word for both of these teams, because for NC State, you go on the road and beat Clemson on Saturday. You can't lose at home to Syracuse, so the final 127 is going to likely determine who stays on the bubble out of these two teams.
It's so tough. It is hard to win. It's hard to win on the road. You have to protect your home court in this league. It's too hard. Mintz on Horn. DJ Burns in for offensive possessions.
He gets it here. Malik Brown with 4 fouls guarding him. Passes off Taylor, tried to squeeze it to Diarra, and Copeland got a hand to it. Syracuse with 1 timeout. 1 minute remaining in regulation, tied at 83. Starling down the lane, didn't get a good look. It rims out for Copeland. Horn with 32 points, floats it up, it doesn't fall. Copeland rips it away for Syracuse. 10 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock.
You're going to run the clock down, and then you're going to let Mintz go to work off the bounce.
Copeland, a career-high 23, and he's fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2.
How about Adrian Autry trusting Copeland in this situation? Malik Brown has set really good screens all game for all the guards to be able to get downhill.
Copeland shooting 67 from the foul line this season. He's 3 of 4 tonight. Rims in. Gives Syracuse the lead with 16 seconds in regulation. And he improves his career high to 24 points tonight. What a night it has been for Quadir Copeland. And the weight of this game firmly planted on his shoulders. Got it.
I think you got to attack the rim. I think Kevin Keats is going to call timeout right here.
Yep. Had 2 to work with, decides to take 1.
Now, usually in this situation, they'll try to get a direct pass to DJ Burns and try to play through him, but you have to put pressure on the defense and look to attack. Try to get to the free throw line. Try to go off the bounce. Try to play downhill.
Each team with 1 timeout remaining. Syracuse has the possession arrow.
And keep in mind, at the end of the half, Adrian Autry, the last possession, switched to zone. It's the only possession of zone that we have seen in the game.
Would you do it here?
I might consider it. I think that's probably the conversation that he's having.
NC State trailed at halftime by 15. They have roared back to be in this game. Now can they come up with the offensive execution to either tie it or take the lead?
A switch to zone would definitely be a little bit disruptive because it would force NC State to hesitate. And it might force a jump shot and not a downhill drive. But that's why Coach Autry gets paid the big bucks and I'm sitting over here. On the other side for Kevin Keats, though, right? I'm playing through Burns and DJ Horn. If I can get a direct feed to the block, I'm throwing it to the block. Remember, he hit a game tying shot, game winner at Notre Dame.
In late game situations, usually it's DJ Burns who gets the touch because, again, he's such a gifted passer out of the post.
I don't think he's in the game right now.
And then it might just be all DJ Horn. He has 32 points tonight.
I mean, he can go off the bounce without a screen. I would say DJ Horn on the top of the floor. Don't bring 2 to the ball. Well, Burns is in the game.
Yes.
He doesn't sit during timeouts.
Syracuse has won 6 straight against NC State. They are clinging to a 2-point lead to make it 7 in a row.
Kevin Keats worked on this play today. The screening angle so important right here to get the ball inbounds to DJ Horn.
Under 10 seconds remaining. Horn has it. Copeland all over him, forces a shot up, no good. And a foul called on Casey Morsell with 3.2 seconds remaining. Syracuse will be shooting 1-and-1. Horn leaning into Copeland. No foul called.
Kevin Keats is letting the official hear it too. Well, that's a tough no call.
Judah Mintz shooting 1-and-1. NC State does have a timeout. Makes the front end. Mintz a perfect 6 for 6 from the line, and this free throw would make it a 2-possession game. Got it. NC State has a timeout. Kevin Keats deciding not to use it, into Burns, who heaves it from half court. Missed it, and Syracuse comes away with a huge road win in Raleigh. 87-83 the final. And the Orange improved to 6-1 all-time here inside PNC Arena.
Horn through the elevator door screen. Doesn't get a good look. Syracuse finishes it off at the free throw line with Judah Mintz.
Super Tuesday delivered in the ACC. Syracuse wins a thriller for Debbie Antonelli. I'm Jay Alter saying so long. Let's get you to the Big 12.